What the f is this piece of shit?
Hello, hello! Recently, the Undertale Last Corridor Casino update came out after 1.5 years. Now, for any new players who happen to be watching, don't be dissuaded by that, because the developers won't be doing major updates anymore. Instead, they've opted to do smaller updates so the next update doesn't take, you've guessed it, 1.5 years to come out. Now, I'll be here to help any new players because that's what the title says. Now, without wasting any more precious retention value, let's get to the currencies first of all. Now, first of all, we're gonna go over the most likely least valuable currency out of the two, which are chips. You use these at Hypershop to get skins, weapon skins, backpack styles, boosters, mostly for EXP, only for EXP because that's the only booster there is, and titles. Titles are little things that color your name tag and give you a cool little chat tag. Now for the Giga Chat awesome currency, wins. You use these to unlock Sans characters, Chara characters, weapons, and a soul. Really only one soul costs wins, I don't know why. These may seem lesser in quantity than what I listed out for chips, but these are much more core to the gameplay. Tell me how a backpack style is supposed to influence you more than an actual playable character, like Fellswap Emerald. What do you mean he got removed? I'm gonna be completely honest, I forgot about the third currency, which is EXP. You use it alongside wins to get upgrades to characters, and you need it in order to use skins on characters. For every kill you get as Sans, you get 10 EXP on the Sans you're using, and on every win you get for Chara, you get 20 EXP for that Chara. Anyway, as you look around the lobby, you'll notice that there are multiple things to do. First off, there's the character selection cards right on the table in front of you when you spawn in. This is where you, well, pick your characters. And in the corner over there, you can pick Chara team characters. There's a lot less of these guys than the Sans characters, but there's only so much you can do without making a blatantly overpowered Chara. Over on the left of the character selection cards is Undertale Sans. You may be wondering why he looks different than the Undertale Sans we've known for 10 years. That's because Undertale sold off his Undertale Last Corridor stocks and went to a beach, Yeah, that's why. Souls. You use souls for Chara team members. Some characters are locked to a certain soul, so make sure you check that out. Each soul has a different effect, which we'll get into later. To the right of Horror Sans' bar area is Killer. He sells you weapons, which can only be used by the Vessel character on the Chara side. If I say so myself, this is some legendary gatekeeping. Right outside of Killer's shop is the ROBLOX shop, where you buy 3 characters, which are TS Underswap Sans, 6 Bones, and Possession. Possession recently got reworked for this update, so make sure you check them out specifically. You can also buy tokens for these characters, which are the same price as the characters themselves, but you can gift them to other people. If you gift the Possession Sans character, you get a free skin for him. On to less important things, if you walk all the way over here, you can play a ULC version of Guess Who. I'm not gonna explain to you how to play Guess Who, it's just Guess Who, but Undertale Last Corridor. I didn't realize this until today, but there's a version of Snake right by Hyper. In order to get it off your screen, you just have to click it again, but that's pretty cool. Hey! Don't zoom at that! Good. Now, maybe less important than a snake machine, totally not because I forgot about this feature, is the skin machine. We'll cover this later because it needs its own section. Now, I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing else worth of interest in this lobby, so... Oh. Hey buddy, I almost forgot about you. How are you doing? Glad to hear it. Anyway, now we're going to be moving on to the UI. By clicking tab, you can open the leaderboard on the right, and if you click on anyone in the lobby's name, you can see their profile. You can see which Sans they have equipped, which Chara they have equipped, their wins, their chips, their EXP stats, their round history. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what statistics shows, so I'm just going to show it on the screen. Oh, and their depth to hyper. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm making this. By clicking this little compass icon on the top, you can teleport to any location in the lobby that we've covered. If you're on keyboard and mouse and hit 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you can teleport to any of the locations that it shows on the menu. The button under the compass menu opens up a menu that has 4 subsections. The first one lets you equip your backpack styles. The next one lets you use your settings, which we'll cover later. The one after that allows you to open achievements, which are things you can do in order to get certain prizes. Some achievements give things, some don't. I recommend checking the ULC wiki. And the last one lets you see all of your available name tags. Look at my content creator one. Ooh, I'm better than you. You don't have this one. Anyway, grappling hook. You saw that too, right? Anyway.
Grappling
oh my god,
no,
no,
I
I didn't think that was gonna happen. I was just trying to aim for the side of YouTube. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. I'm just gonna get a guy off the side of the road. I was gonna use you, but look at what you did, man. Hi. Hey, could I take absolute full control of your body? It's for a YouTube video.
Okay.
As Sans, your objective is very clear. Just do that! Now every Sans has different stamina and different attacks, unless you play the old version of ULC, and using those attacks takes away from your stamina. Every time you get hit by a Chara ability, you usually lose 5 or 15, which is the base. However, because of this, while you're standing still, you regenerate stamina faster. If you're moving, you lose stamina regeneration. So for clarification, if you're moving, you slowly lose stamina regeneration, but if you're standing still, you regain stamina regeneration. You can see your stamina and stamina regeneration on the left of your screen. Here's a side-by-side of how fast your stamina regenerates when you're moving and when you're not moving. Yeah, about now I think you get the point. Don't be moving the whole round. Just so you know, this game still has some outdated models as of the casino update, and they kinda look like that.
Is there something on my face?
No, you look wonderful, man. After every round, whether you're Sans or Chara, you get a post-win screen. In this win or loss screen, you can see which rewards you got for the round. If you win, you get a win. And a crate, which you can use on the skin machine. Or just chips if you lost, you know, it's okay to lose. Just don't do it. Moving on to the Chara side, you have a lot more customizability than the Sans team. You can pick your weapons, your souls, etc. Only if you're playing Vessel, really, the other guys are soul locked. Now, I won't be going over what every single weapon does in this video, just watch Sanus 2 if you want to know that, #Glaze. But all you have to know is that the standard keybinds are E, R, and Q on keyboard. I don't play on any other device, so I can't help you there. Your main objective, I hope you figured this out by now, is to kill the Sans. Just hit your mouse 1 button a lot, and I think you've got it in the bag. Something I forgot to mention is that there are HP characters in the game. When these guys get hit, they don't lose stamina, instead health. Each weapon has a different amount of damage which you can deal to these guys. However, some HP characters have defense, which means they take less damage than other guys. Now, I am gonna show off the souls because they're really easy to explain. Souls are essentially an extra ability you can bring with you into battle. Determination gives you a second life, but only if you hit the Sans a certain amount of times and your bar on top of you goes to 100. Bravery makes you attack faster the more you hit a Sans. Justice allows you to fire a bullet. If you hit it, you get a speed boost. You can also fire a big shot, which takes up all your ammo but gives you more of a speed boost. Kindness makes you deal less stamina and health damage. However, if you hit the Sans with your M1 ability, it heals you and your teammate with the least amount of HP. If you're alone, it doesn't heal you double's worth, I'm sorry. Patience is getting reworked very soon, so this may be outdated whenever the video comes out, but you can place a barrier around yourself, which blocks any collision-based attacks, so blasters, Sans' bone throw, etc. Or you can place it around the Sans in order to trap them inside. I really can't wait for the soul to get reworked, I'm so tired, man. Integrity gives you a speed and jump boost over time, however, if you take damage, you lose some of that. It also gives you a double jump, but at the time of recording, you can only use it once. It usually has a cooldown. There's a 7th soul, but I hate it. I am not teaching you how to use that thing. ULC devs, remove it. Anyway, away from my cries, I'm gonna teach you what certain things in this game do, which are no-brainers to Undertale fans, but if this game gets popular on Twitter because people like the characters, this is really gonna help them out. Now these are Gaster Blasters. Some Sanses have them and some don't, but they usually look different from each other based on Sans to Sans. What they do is really simple, they just fire a beam. If you're a Chara team member, don't get hit by those beams. And these are colored attacks. Basically, if they're blue, you have to stand still in order to not get hit. If they're orange, you have to be moving around in order to not get hit. Basically, if you're standing still in orange, you get hit. If you're moving around in blue, you get hit. Now, if any Sans team member turns red, you should typically move away from them because it could be a dash ability. However, there's also the option for it to be a counter ability. If you hit them while they're using a counter ability, you take damage and most of the time get knocked back from them. Basically, if they're red, you should go. Hit that subscribe button. Ooh, that was good. That was really good. Oh my god, you have to do it because I came up with that on the spot. Now finally, I'm going to be talking about the skin machine. Every round you win, you earn a crate, which you can use in the skin machine to unlock skins. There are 5 rarities of skins. First, you have common skins, which are obviously the most common, and they don't affect gameplay at all. Second of all, you have uncommon skins, which do affect very slight bits of gameplay around the character. Third off, we have rare skins, which change a lot more about the gameplay than uncommon skins do. It's not significant, but it's definitely more noticeable. Fourth, we have epic skins, which just teeter off the edge of a full rework of a character. It keeps base gameplay components like basic attacks. These guys are kind of like new characters, but they don't differ enough from their original counterpart to be classed as one. Fifth of all, and most notably of all, are the legendary skins. They can be classed as entirely new characters due to their movesets being completely different from the original character. The only reason these guys aren't classed as entirely new characters is because they're too similar to another AU for it to just not be a duplicate, cause Snowden Disbelief, that's Disbelief. I was gonna go over some settings, but really just enable skip cutscenes, and I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Hyper, please clear my debt, dude. I finally made that video you were asking about for the new clients. Please let me go.